You're still watching TVC, and we've been talking to the legend himself, the legend of talk, like I love to call him. But Chude, I want to talk about this one particularly, the one you went to do in Plateau. Because in an era where we speak about insecurity in Nigeria, oftentimes people want to tell stories, but they're scared. If I'm going on the road to tell a story, am I sure I'll even get there safe? But this is you, with everything happening, still making sure you went there. I want to ask you, first of all, where do you get this confidence from? Where do you get this courage from, you know, to just go out and tell these kind of stories?
I don't think it's courage.
So you are scared sometimes while doing it?
I'm scared. I was scared in Plateau. I
wow.
remember sitting down with the guys because we're sitting down in a bush.
Yeah.
And this is where the mass grave site was. And you know how it is, because I've worked in this conflict zone.
Yeah.
When you are there, words can spread quickly. So if three SUVs drive in here, nobody cares. But if an SUV drives into a village in Kebbi or Benue, it goes round. Security forces know, you know, other actors know. So I know that once I've entered into those villages, the people that need to know that I'm around.
Yeah.
Then they were sitting down there talking to these guys, and they started telling me that, you know, that I said, I'm like, how do they attack the village? They say they can just come at any time. Like how we're here now, they can just come. So I'm like, so as I'm here now, they can just come. They say yes, and they say you cannot be here after 6 o'clock.
Wow.
And I'm going back, and it took me about 2 hours to get to that village.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I'm thinking, Chude, who sent you on this? Who sent you on this? That's how panicked I was, and it was not fake fear; it was real fear. And it happens all the time, because most of the times when you're doing these trips, I'm doing road trips.
Yeah.
I'm doing 3-hour, 4-hour road trips. So there's almost always fear.
Chude, I want us to, you know, be really honest with this one. Tell me, what keeps you going, even with these fears?
It's the sense of mission. I want to tell the stories. This is what I was put in this world to do. And, you know, sometimes when I talk to celebrities, people don't understand that sometimes. People think that I consider the celebrity work as important as the social issue work. Because both of them require a sense of mission. This is my mission. This is my mission. My mission is to tell the stories, especially from the angles that we don't often tell.
See.
So I'm so driven by that it overcomes the fear.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Wow.
And I always ask myself before doing something, I'm like, one day I asked myself doing this, I said, what if I was shot in this space? And I'm like, I would be happy that I did the work.
But for you, what has been the most, and not just impactful, but the most scary story that you have told? I know you've told quite a number of stories, even the one of the police officer that you went out and did that investigation. But what has been the one that you'll say has been life-threatening, that you were like, Chude, I've made a mistake. Why did I do this particular story?
I think the Diazani story documentary.
Yeah.
I don't like talking about the threats that I receive because it is what it is. But that was dangerous on so many levels. We're talking about so many players in this story. We're interviewing, and the worst part of it is that because I'm a media person, I know how to make, if I choose to, I know how to make noise about the work I'm doing. But when I was investigating this Diazani story, I was talking to so many important players whose lives were going to be affected by this documentary. People with millions of dollars. Yeah. Some of them who are on exile, including Diazani, who knew I was doing this story before the public knows. So if something had happened before the public story was released, nobody would know why. Yeah. And then I began to receive all kinds of interesting phone calls. You know, I didn't share this in public. You know, somebody came to me at an airport and directly sent me a message, allegedly from Madame. Allegedly, because people say all kinds of things. And so there was a lot, as after I announced it, so there was a lot of direct and indirect threats on that story. And so I think that was when it became real to me. I'm like, oh, we're not playing, these people are not playing. But I'd already been prepared for that. I had already been prepared for that. And I already put the documentary in all kinds of locations. I put hard drives in all kinds of locations. I'm like, if anything happens to me, people release it, they won't use it as the publicity for the documentary. So for me, I think the Diazani story, and even the risk after, the legal risk, huge legal risk, a judgment without having me put in a defense. So that and it's a continuing risk, you know, that particular
Exactly, because people have not forgotten about it. But